African leaders have paid their respects to late Tanzanian President John Magufuli. We're now joined by economic and political analyst in Tanzania, Gabriel Mwang'onda. Thank you so very much for joining us, sir, and availing yourself here to SABC News.
Thank you very much.
I mean, the late President John Magufuli was nicknamed the bulldozer for muscling through policies and was criticized for his intolerance of dissenters. Always quite insensitive, I suppose, to speak about, his replacement such a short while after his passing, after his recent passing. Talk to us about Tanzania's new president. Really around, we've seen some of the reaction in terms of joy at there being a first female president. But what is her leadership style? For those who aren't aware of the kind of leadership style she has, we've seen a lot of pictures of her all over media and social media the past few days. And I mean, I'm sure you can give us insight into how she was as vice president.
Actually, she's a very moderate politician, and she has been a politician for a very long time, and she has been working in a civil society organization, so she's an activist as well. So you can tell with that foundation, you have a very strong leader. It's just that because she's a lady, so people would assume that she's a bit laissez-faire, and she don't want to take things like the way the late President Magufuli used to. But take it from me, President Suluhu, she's going to be doing exactly as what Magufuli has been doing, because she has already promised that she's as strong as Magufuli used to be, and she was engaging herself in every plan that Magufuli used to plan, and she has been sent by Magufuli in so many occasions, international meetings, whatever she wants to. I mean, Magufuli was supposed to meet with other African leaders. She was normally being sent there, so she's used it to that position so very much, and they were very communicating. She used to tell us that President Magufuli used to communicate with her even at midnight. It doesn't matter the time that they used to communicate. That means that there was a kind of a micromanaging or a very good communication between them. That means she was aware of everything that was going on.
Yeah.
Leadership style that Magufuli used to have, I think she can just add up on those, and she still has a lot of people around her, and the people that she think might help her to make sure that she achieved the dream that they used to have with the late Magufuli.
Yeah, you talk about some of the fact that she would be doing exactly what Magufuli was doing, no doubt having perhaps gotten a lot of her political mentoring from Magufuli. But one thing that might concern people is around the issue of the fact that Magufuli was seen as a COVID-19 coronavirus denialist, and if she's going to continue on the same way, is that not concerning, to your countrymen?
Sorry, can you repeat that? There was an internet issue.
Sure.
Just repeat it.
Yeah, you said to me that, she would be basically doing exactly what Magufuli was doing, basically picking up from where he left off. Some might be concerned around the fact that Magufuli, for the most part, was seen as a COVID-19 coronavirus denialist. And one wonders if it's not concerning to your countrymen that the incoming might then also be a denialist.
Oh yeah, about COVID, let's make this clear. 2020, when we had a outbreak of COVID-19, Magufuli reacted swiftly to it. We closed the schools, we closed the universities, we stopped all tournaments, we stopped, all tournaments when it comes to games. The National League was stopped. Everything was stopped, and we were in a kind of sort of a lockdown for quite some few months, and we advocated for social distancing, washing hands, and everything. We did a lot to make sure that we do adhere to the World Health Organization guidelines on how to combat the COVID-19. So thereafter, I think around May, June, then the number of cases dropped down dramatically. And there was no need for us to continue, with the measures that we used. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah, so that's why it was around June. We kindly trust all the measures that we used to have. Then everybody went to a very normal life. Then we moved on until I think it was late December.
Yeah.
Then we had a second wave. So this was not this time around. Then President Magufuli said that people should just take care of themselves, and he denied to just lock down and try to instill fear in people. So what he was trying to advocate is that you should be very careful with the disease, but he vowed not to take any further action, meaning that so then thereafter, there was an issue of vaccine. Then when it came to vaccine, President Magufuli said that we should first and foremost, we should verify the efficacy and how effective those vaccines are. That's the time then we're going to accept using it.
Yeah.
He didn't deny it, is the way people want to put it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's talk about some of her political challenges. Let's just park the country's own challenges to one side for a second here. But the immediate challenges when it comes to the support, within her own sort of party, does she have enough support that would secure her leadership in the next election? Because I mean, some might say it's just for now, given the fact that the Tanzanian president is late.
Yeah, it's very fortunate that CCM is a very old party, just like yours, the ANC. But CCM is the losing party in Tanzania, and it's a very well-established party. So they've got a very institutionalized way of making decisions. So it's not about one person who is very powerful. Maybe he can rule out decisions around the party. So I'm very much aware that if she will do the way CCM manifesto tells her to do, that means she will be able to secure a very second term to her, because according to the Constitution of Tanzania, if the period that she will rule exceeds 3 years, that means that will be counted as her first term. That means she will be eligible to contest the second term. That means 2025 she'll be very eligible to contest for the second term, for her to finish 10 years, just like the way we are used to. So I'm expecting that if she will do well, then things will be very smooth for her to go and contest for the second term. But you should note that 2025, according to the customs of the CCM, which is the ruling party, it allows a lot of people to come in and contest. So she might face very stiff competition from opponents within the party, which normally is very stiff every after 10 years. In between, it's not that stiff. But if the 10 years term ends, then the competition becomes very stiff. So I'm hoping if she will be doing well, that means she have a chance of being re-elected again to contest for the second half, which is 5 years to come.
Informative input indeed from you, Gabriel. Much appreciated. Thanks for giving us your time, sir.
Thank you.
All right, that's Gabriel Mwang'onda, who is an economic and political analyst in Tanzania, and really talking to us about the incoming president of Tanzania and what Tanzanians are certainly to expect. All right.